Boa noite Instagram, boa noite Facebook, super pontuais, 21h30 e vamos começar com o nosso 19º live, 19, estava aqui a confirmar, 19 lives consecutivos. O live de hoje é muito especial porque vamos ter pela primeira vez um live internacional. Então, mesmo que é para quem não percebe muito bem inglês, aqui no Instagram nós vamos ter aqui alguém a traduzir uma ou outra palavra, os momentos fundamentais, para quem não domina a língua possa também recolher algumas informações e alguns dados. E no Facebook vou-vos deixar o desafio, se algum de vocês foi voluntário para ir apanhando os momentos chaves, coloquem os momentos chaves no Facebook, ok? Antes de mais, tem sido uma semana super poderosa. Temos tido surpresas super agradáveis e mais que tudo muito contente pelos convidados, pelos feedbacks, pela vossa presença. Por isso, um bem-aja a todos. Nestes tempos de desafio, nós começamos a marcar a diferença. Se o Gordo de Andamento se mantiver forte, boa noite João, nós vamos estar fortes, ok? Beijinho grande também, estou a ver aqui toda a gente a cumprimentar. Já agora, façam lá uma saudação, eu já tenho aqui a nossa convidada. Façam lá uma saudação especial em inglês, que a nossa convidada hoje vai falar em inglês. Por aqui, boa noite a todos. No Facebook também. Hey, hello, Jasmin. How are you?
Hello, how are you? So excited to be here.
This is our first live in English, so I will present you properly in 2-3 minutes. So hold the horses. Here they come. I'm going to do it in English and Portuguese as well, because this is the 19 live we are doing consecutively. So there was 18 good lives, very good lives, with the thousands of people coming and joining, and this one will be very special. There is people here already saying welcome, hello.
Thank you.
Very good.
Hello.
Say hello to Jasmin in a special way, in a Portuguese way. We are also live on Facebook. And the topic of today is more than survive, how we can get results, how we can get the maximum of us, how can we use this in our favor. Today was a special day, like yesterday and like tomorrow, of course. But most of all, we have here people that they came to learn. So our guest is someone very special. In the last meetings, we have the president of the Order of the Nurses in Portugal. We have the coach of the world champions national selection on hockey. We have personalities from the TV. We have people from the streets, normal people, nurses, police. We have everything here. And today we decide to check out what is happening outside and how people who are getting results outside, they can share with us what they are doing in their own countries. So once a week, we'll start to bring someone from outside. On Facebook, everyone is saying good night, hello, hello everyone as well. Here in Instagram, you know already, let's welcome our guests and sync in someone that I know that they speak English, and we go to the airplane here, you touch the airplane, and you send 2-3 invitations to someone. So Jasmin is a very special person. I meet Jasmin in the last years around the world, probably in the 5 continents. We see regularly every time I go to Tony Robbins. If you know Tony Robbins, say yes here. Me and Jasmin, we learn a lot with the gurus of the gurus. Tony has been our teacher for several times, and Jasmin and her mother, very special person as well, Constanza, they became very good friends, especially for the happy people they are, for the focus they have, for the determination, but most of all because they have a very open mind. They are aware, they have their focus on what they want, and this I think is one of the keys for this this era that we are, the season that we are. So I will call this season, to make it easier, a winter season. We don't know if this is the beginning of the winter, if it will be the end of the winter, but we know that we are through a difficult season that can bring a lot of gifts. So Jasmin is the right person. For those who don't know, Jasmin was one of our guests in the Momentum, the biggest coach event of ever in Portugal last year. She came to the stage as a young business girl to captivate and to show the people less than 30 years they can do it. So she's a coach, very good coach. She have a business that reached already 5 or 6 digits, 6 digits, no?
A couple, yes.
A couple reasons. She will tell the story. So pick your notebook, pick your pen, and as soon as she starts, start to write, because she'll bring a lot of gifts, a lot of learnings, tips, and most of all, she will bring her experience. That everyone has a unique experience, and her experience is grateful. So, Jasmine, I will welcome you officially now. We have around 50 people on Facebook, around 40 people here live. This will grow with the live. So, first of all, welcome. It was a pleasure for me meeting you and your mother and learning with you, ladies, with all our crazy adventures around the world, but especially with the focus on the good thoughts. Last time I was with you was a couple of days before this quarantine in LA with Tony Robbins' birthday. So after that, tell me, where are you at this point in the world? How are you? How are your family? Give to the Portuguese people. We have probably here 7, 8 countries at least: Swiss, Portugal, Spain, Brazil, people from all over the world. Give us a bit of taste where you are, how the things are going. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate. Thank you, everybody. Hola. I hope everybody's good, and thanks for showing up. I hope you guys can understand me. If not, of course, Ricardo can maybe translate, put your questions in Portuguese, and we'll figure it out. So thanks so much for this opportunity. Right now, I'm in Berlin, Germany, where I was born, and I'm with my mother and my grandmother in the house where I grew up, and we are staying safe. We're staying home like everybody should, right? Making sure we protect the family. And in fact, I do believe this is a beautiful time, and this is really what I want to bring right now. Everybody who is here is in the place where, the universe, whoever placed them for a reason. And if you are in a different country, or you're in a different place than you usually live, or maybe you're by yourself or you're with people, there is a bigger meaning. I really truthfully believe in that. There's a bigger meaning on where you are right now and why you've been placed there. So thank God everybody's healthy. I hope you're healthy too, Ricardo. I hope everybody's healthy. Yes. Woo! I hope everybody's healthy. Please stay safe and boost your immune system. Very, very important. Try and sleep as much. Try and focus on your health. Hello, Beatriz. Hello, everybody. Hello, Helena. Hi, everybody. So excited that you're all here. Thank you so much. So basically, the first thing is really realizing, like you mentioned, creating that consciousness and awareness is key. So the most important thing is really allowing, rather than trying to resist the situation you are in right now. Because again, we know this, what you resist will persist. That is very important. The best thing you can be doing right now, and like Ricardo mentioned, even if it is winter, whatever season it is, and we're not talking about the weather outside, we're talking about the financial recession, we're talking about the current situation. There's a lot of fear right now, but it's only what we choose to indulge in, and a problem and fear needs energy to grow. So that is really key, that you realize that you have a choice right now, what you choose to focus on, and whether you're trying to resist it. You must accept the situation you're in. It is okay to get angry. Accept the things that you are feeling, and realize that you are meant to feel these feelings, and that feelings are healing. They're our greatest healing powers. Whatever's coming up for you right now is being triggered on purpose so that you can release it and can grow.
Jasmine, just to put you on par, I have someone for our team. She's translating everything that you are saying in the chat. So probably some words that you don't know, they just to make sure everyone is understanding you, even in Facebook, even in Instagram, to make it easy.
Thank you, Elena. I think it's Helena, right?
You start for here. Yes, Elena is taking care of that.
Okay, thank you. I'll talk a little.
Helena, she was on Momentum as well.
Yeah, I think I recognize her. I was like, I think I know Helena. Yes. Thank you so much.
So let's go by this. I'm going to make you a lot of questions on the things that you are saying, because you are bringing here a lot of very good content just opening this. So you told me that you are with your mother and your grandmother, and this is the season with challenge, with a lot of fear. How is the mindset of the general population in Germany? Because you have the lowest rate of deaths in in Europe, and usually Germany is the stronger economy. So how is the mindset of most of the people? Is everyone the same? Is different people? How do you share a bit with us?
Yes, of course. So obviously German will follow rules, right? We're very known for following the guidelines and we're following through. So the good thing is that everybody's being very conscious. You don't see as many people around where I'm at. We live quite in the green side of Berlin. So people are very fearful. So everybody's staying home. I can really sense it. Guten Abend, people talking German now. Thank you. So people are staying home, and that is really what we should be doing, right? Spend that time when you can't go outwards. It is the opportunity for you to go inwards.
That's amazing, because if people take this as a lesson, we are talking about Germany. They are the most efficient society of Europe, taking rules. I remember I was I'm not pretty sure, I think it was in Cologne. And here in Portugal, we don't see if it's red or green to cross the streets. So I was crossing the red, me and my friend, and the police, he almost arrested us. I was like, I apologize, I don't want to go to jail. And he explained us that in German, we follow the rules. Here in Portugal, we don't follow the rules. We are a very quiet society, very friendly. But for example, yesterday there was people here in the south that they were walking through the beach and they were checking the sun. And I'm not pretty sure if the people don't feel the responsibility because in the south there is not too many cases, or if it's like this, the people don't realize how good it can be if we stay these days inside of home. But it's good that you are sharing with us the responsibility following the rules, because the rules make the values of one society. So the society in Germany, they are giving a very good example, and is not lucky being the number one country taking the less challenge on the desk. So is pretty good. I have a very good question for you.
Yes.
If you don't know the answer, you just read to someone else. You ask Elena or someone else. You told me that to start this, what you believe most is being aware. You told awareness is the key. The key for what?
It is the key to spiritual awakening and allowing yourself to be the person that you want to actually be and essentially who you really are. This is a time where we can, like I said, if we can't go outwards, the only place we can go is inwards. So you're not stuck at home. You are safe at home. We are safe at home. And I'm referring to the mental and emotional home. So being okay with feeling the feelings, with feeling fearful, and still allowing to surrender and show up, that is the key. It is the key to actually getting to know yourself on a deeper level that unfortunately most people don't take time for. So most people don't actually actively focus on their feelings. We indulge in work, people drink, people eat, emotional eating. We numb and suppress our emotions. But as opportunities to do that right now are limited, we are almost being forced in a beautiful way to focus on this. And where it starts is awareness. By noticing things, by questioning, why am I feeling this way? Not judging, but allowing and asking and questioning and asking yourself.
You told here something very special, because you told that this could be a spiritual freedom, especially if you start to watch the best of you, taking this season to be the best of you. And you touched in a very good key point, because you gave a very special meaning here, and you told like this: I'm not stuck at home, I'm safe at home. Because there is some people that they don't stay at home because they believe they are stuck, they are in prison, they take their freedom away. But once they were outside of home, they were complaining that, oh, I don't have time to be at home. So what do you think is the best suggestion, the best question? What will you say to the people that is always complain, independent of the situation? They're always in the winter because they see the bad things in their life.
Yes, it's a matter of an escape mechanism. We try to escape. And I would question first, what are you looking for? What are you looking for? What are you trying to escape? What feelings are you avoiding? what thoughts, what feelings. Because it is always that longing for more, for that feeling, for that destination. But there's some people who are never happy wherever they are. They always want to be there. They want to be there anywhere but here. It's like the grass is greener on the other side scenario. They always see the other things more and different things. But in the end, what we need to realize, the journey is the goal. The journey is what we should be grateful for. And just really opening up that opportunity of another way of thinking and suggesting. Because again, we can't force people to do anything. And that is actually the worst thing we can be doing, is trying to push onto people. I'm sure you agree with me, Ricardo. It's really focusing on allowing a new way of thinking, opening up the curiosity. So that's what I would say. I would definitely ask and be curious and ask with compassion. So if you know anybody, be compassionate with them, love them, and open up.
Oh, you told something here very special, because you are talking about people can escape, but at this point there is no escape. They can try to escape, but they will always be running from something that they cannot run. It's everywhere. So we need to really change our mindset. As you, as a businesswoman, where do you put your focus? Do you give your focus to these people in your company? When you have clients like this, they are a pain in the ass all the time. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Coaching is not helping me. How do you do it as a businesswoman, as a coach? Because I will ask for your story to share with everyone the story in a couple of minutes. But how do you deal with these people?
I first ask them which questions they're asking themselves. Because there's a matter of questions, you get answers, right? You ask me a question, I will answer. So you're leading the direction of the conversation. And we all have an inner dialogue. So when you ask yourself certain questions, why is this not working? Your mind will give you reasons why it's not working.
But I totally agree.
Yeah.
Included, I have two names for the inner dialogue. One good name and one bad name. So the bad one, we call it here Teco, because he's a very bad guy. He's always said, you cannot do it. You don't have enough resources. You will not manage, blah, blah, blah. And then you have the Tico, Fantastico. And the Tico is always, no, you can do it. Believe in yourself. Trust, go ahead. Extend yourself, challenge yourself. So that is a very good way, because if you want to find yourself where you are at this point, figure out the questions you are doing in your own mindset, what is really good. So what are the questions that you did before you built your business? Because you have a very successful business at this point. When most of the, I don't know, in Germany and in the UK where you work mostly, I know that you work around the world, you're already going to tell your story, but most of the coaches here in Portugal, 99.1% of the coaches, they don't earn the life with coaching. So they take the course and then they do, basically they improve maybe their lives, but they don't do money with coaching. And you do thousands and thousands and thousands of euros, to not say more, and do not scare the population here in the life. Tell me, what were your thoughts? What was your inner dialogue before you built the business? What do you figure out? What was the awareness that you got to reach the level you are?
Yes, thank you. That's a great question. So the first thing I want to mention is that it's not about the money. And that is the problem. People think money is evil. Money is bad. My perception of money is the more money you're earning, the more people you're helping. You can't help the poor by being one of them. If you want to make a difference in life, you have to step up, and you have to make sure that you ask yourself this question. This is stuck on my computer. What brings you the most joy?
Very good. O que é que te traz mais diversão? I just translated to everyone.
Yes, please translate if you want to. Yeah.
O que é que te traz mais diversão?
Yeah, because that is the only thing that is going to take you through bad times. If you're still enjoying it, if you would still do everything you do for free, that is when you know you're doing your passion. If you wake up in the morning and you are excited to work, not because you have to, but because you get to.
And are you able, for example, if someone asks you, oh, I don't have the money, I give me a session of coaching. Do you believe on that, on free sessions? How do you did it at the beginning? When you start a business, the first sessions we gave, we don't have the confidence, we don't have the trust. So we are like, oh, pay whatever you want, or this is just my first sessions, we will figure out after. How did you do it? Because you grow so fast, you reach so many people, and you already share with us one key belief, because you believe as much money I do, as much people I'm gonna touch. And this is beautiful, because most of the people, money is all the resources of the bed. I don't need too much money to be happy or whatever. And so you change your mindset, you change your beliefs, and at this point they are very strong.
Thank you. Yes. So I do still at this point, I offer a free breakthrough call because I want my clients to feel that they are getting the help that they need. So I do recommend at the beginning, if you enter a commitment of 3 months plus, which personally I believe you do need to create change, lasting change that actually lasts, 3 months plus, to make sure you leave space and time for error and trial and actually apply the knowledge into real life, course correct, and get support from your mentor, your coach. So I do recommend giving a free session at the beginning, but it's more like a get to know each other. That is only in certain experiences. If you want to connect, you should have a conversation. That's how it all starts. It is basically just a conversation. It's not a free coaching session. It is a conversation to see whether you are the best coach to help them solve the problem that the client is facing in order to get the outcome that they're desiring. Now, in terms of the confidence, I believe it is okay to show up and practice, but I do recommend to ask for a testimonial so that you can then reach more people and get credibility. So as I began, the first client that I had, which was actually a doctor from Chicago, I was 20 and he was 50, and he was a very inspiring guy. And I was doing my coaching certification, and we were doing a role play in terms of business management. And I was just coaching him, like, you know, practicing for my degree, for my coaching certification. And he enjoyed it that much that he asked to work with me. So that was my first client. And we signed the agreement there for 3 months. So by giving and showing up to a certain sense with, you know, with a good intention is okay. But you want to make sure that you don't feel resentful, and also don't charge too little, because your clients are going to get better results because they're going to be more invested. They're going to show up and work harder.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Tell me one thing. How do you build your business? Because some people is like, oh, yeah, she have lucky. She have lucky. Yeah. She has a pretty face, or she puts up good pictures there, or Constanza, her mother, she's the #1 photographer in the world. So she grows. She has 70,000 people on Facebook because it's lucky. So tell us the real story. How do you build the business? Because I don't believe in lucky. I believe in work. I believe in results. I believe in deliver. So tell me how do you do it?
Yes. So I really think that people can see through that after a while, and you will know who is very authentic and isn't. So the way I started is I chose a topic that I know I can help with. And I came out of a very, very struggling, very difficult relationship. I was in a job that I didn't enjoy. And I realized I was just stuck there because of fear, and I didn't have the confidence. So once I gained overcame fear and gained the confidence, that was my first program. And I knew that I'd master it. So I knew that I can help people. So if you want to start your business, you have to ask yourself, what can I help people with? Then you ask, what do people want? And then you can start asking people about their problems. Trust me, people love talking about their problems. You sit there and listen about their problems, you take notes, and you will then start to create an offer. Once you create the offer, it is important that you make yourself available. It's okay to show up, do a session for free, okay, get some testimonials. I wouldn't recommend more than 3 to 5. And then you have to start to have the courage to connect, because by then you already have 5 people, and you don't need a website. You can put it on a Google Doc and put it as a PDF and send it out. You don't need a website. I didn't have a website. I didn't have a social media following. I didn't have anything. I met people. It's a manifestation. You know, when you are ready, the people will appear. You will show up and you are basically a walking billboard. The more you say, and for example, if I show up and I meet somebody, hello, my name is Jasmin. They ask, oh, what do you do, Jasmin? I help female coaches and consultants create six-figure businesses. I did not start there because I haven't done it yet. So you must do something that you can actually help them with, to feel good about it, to feel authentic, and feel confident. You will always be your first client. Like Tony said, he shared this massive story about himself, and he was also 24, like me 1 year ago. I'm now 25. And I was able to really relate to it. Yes, I was relate to it because he said, you know, and I was my first client. And then I realized I can help people. You will always be your first client. And this is what ties back to the beginning, what allows Corona to start your own coaching business, because you have to coach yourself first. And this is really the time. Beautiful.
Because this is the time. You have time to stop, you have time to watch inside, you have time to be with the family that is inside, in the house, and you have to lucky that you can. I'm here in Portugal. I speak with you in Berlin. I was speaking with Jeff in the USA a couple of minutes ago. This is amazing. We can be together with the people. We have resources that never in life, there was a season that we can get so close to the people and reach so many people. So being with the trust is simply amazing. I have already a couple of questions. I'm taking notes here. People are making some questions here.
Yes.
And we're going to leave it to the second stage of this. So we are reaching the half of the live,
yes.
1 hour. And I will challenge everyone. I'm going to make a resume of all the richness that Jasmin brings already to the session. And if you are here and you are enjoying, please invite someone else or put your comment on Facebook. People are saying here, show time, amazing listening to you guys. Well, I'm reading some of the message here just so you be aware.
Thank you.
We're recognizing. So
yes.
Invite someone else. Let's raise the numbers here. Don't
invite somebody that needs to hear this. We all have one person that needs to hear this. And don't be afraid to share, because you don't know how you can change their life. You never know what they're meant to hear, because that's how it was, by sharing your message. And that's why I say, if you don't share, you can't help the people. So share it, tag them below, put the little thingy on Insta and share people, because it is a bigger message and they will come back and be very grateful. And that's how you build connections.
And actually, that you are saying that, the other day I saw a message on Instagram. Sometimes I take like 2-3 minutes. I'm not very addicted on this, but I need to learn how the good people are working with this. And there was a lady in Brazil that I don't know her, and I saw a quote that I really enjoyed. And I sent a message. I never sent a message, but I love the message you sent, and really inspired me just to say thank you. And she answered me. And then I figured out that she has hundreds of thousands of people, and we are having a conversation. I'm planning bringing her to our lives. And just started because I acknowledge one message that she wrote. Sometimes that message could make the difference, not only for you, but for the other person in the other side. So could be a share, could be a message, just an invitation, whatever it was. You never know what happened. And when we bring the president of the order of the nurses here, he was saying about the challenge on the front line in the hospitals, how the people are fighting, how they are tired, they don't see the family. So we decided to send a message of gratitude to all the nurses that we know. And I tell everyone, at the end of this call, pick your numbers and send at least one message. I sent 6. Unbelievable, guys. The answer of the people, like, oh, you remember me. Like, this is so grateful. You don't remember how you fill my heart. You don't remember how much energy we have. You don't. And it was like, it's just this fucking message. 10 seconds. Honest, I almost copy paste. I do the introduction and the rest I almost copy paste. And the people love it. This changed the people's life, changed the mindset, changed the key of the awareness that Jasmin was speaking. So in a small notes, I just going to make a resume. And Jasmin started with awareness. It's very important. She was sharing the difference between Germany and Portugal. And she brings the importance of awareness, the key to a spiritual, even to find the best of you. And then we talk about a lot of things, the importance of the rules, how the people follow the rules in Germany, that is helping a lot, the acceptance and the feelings, where you put your focus, that will grow. And then we spoke about the meaning, and Jasmin brings an amazing meaning. You make the difference choosing if you want to feel stuck at home or safe at home. Is the two S, stuck or safe? Rather be safe than stuck. So keep going. And then we talk about the importance of the questions. Jasmin, she just shared the journey questions key, like how do you feel? What are you avoiding in your own inner thoughts? What are your own thoughts and feelings at this point? So she goes deep in the needs of the people. We talk about Tico and Teco, the most famous two languages spoken in Portuguese. We spoke a lot inner talk here in Portugal. Ooh, very strong. And I asked how she was so successful building her own business, as well helping people to build a six-figure business. And she told me, first of all, it's not about the money. It's not about the money. And look the power belief she had. As much money I gain is as much people I'm going to reach, because she wants to help people. So the proposal is very deep, is very attached to her, and she have very clarity on what she's doing at this point. And then she shared how she started to do it, offering a session. Then she have a 3+ months working. But most of all, if she need to work free for this, she works the rest of life free on this, because she's passionate about this. This is what she loves. And she trusts that she can help the people, and she's helping the people. The first session she gave, she was 20 years and the client was 50. Guys, 50, 30 years old, 30, more than the double of the experience, but she had the trust. And one of the questions that are going to start with people right here is, how can I gain trust? But before I'm going to finish the resume. And now we were building here a set, like a logical strategy, a plan on how to build a business. And you told the key of everything is finding the need. Find where, how, and what you can help in the people. If you find these three, definitely you can offer them a session or a proposition of a group of sessions. And then probably you need to be available to them. And after that, get the testimonials, 3-5 testimonials. You don't need a website, you don't need a page. Don't complicate it, keep it easy, keep it stupid, simple. So yes. My first question to you was a good resume. I'm getting good on this, backtracking.
I love it. It was amazing, you guys. And it's very important. Anytime I say, if I read a book and there's an important sentence, I will read it twice. I write it down. Even if you write it down and you never see it again, you will still remember and retain the information way more than not writing it down. I write down everything always. There's one thing as well. Instead, or actually, I'll let you ask, because I know we have a lot of questions. Go ahead, please.
Okay.
Thank you, Ricardo.
How I can gain trust to make a session with 20 years to a guy of 50 years? How can I gain more trust? What is the best strategy?
So it's very important that you are very, very understanding of the problem that your ideal client has. If you can describe their problem better than they know, will automatically trust you. So you have to make sure you really get into the mind of the person that is currently struggling with whatever they're struggling with. People that, want to start their coaching business, but they're not. What are they feeling? What do they think about at night? What are they worried about? How is that affecting their life? Because then you first understand. And if somebody is in front of you and they're asking the right questions and they're saying the right things, automatically you gain trust, because you know that they understand you. That is the common understanding. It's like a human smile.
That's amazing.
We all smile. We have this understanding. Peace, love. You smile.
Here's my friend from Brazil, teacher Dennis from Brazil, saying yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Dennis, from Minas Gerais in Brazil. Wow. So I have another question here for you. Did you finish?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Understand their problems better than themselves, because they will feel the report. They will say, oh, this is a smart lady. Let me talk a bit more with you. So the second one is, how can you deliver more value than all the other people to them and make them choose yourself?
That's exactly what the last word you said was the most important word, yourself. Stop focusing on what everybody else is doing. Go inwards and focus on what you can bring to the table and allow yourself to show up. Stop second guessing for yourself. There's reasons why you receive the messages, and you have to act on them. If you don't act on them, you won't find out, and then you will never be able to grow and learn your own style. Don't look what Tim, Bob, Harry is doing. Use it as inspiration if you can, but if you feel that you're starting to compare yourself, you are going, into lack mentality, and then you can't focus because your energetic state is not where it's meant to be. Having a dance party to Shakira is sometimes better than actually just following and reading a book if you're not in the best state. If you're reading a book and you're focusing on, this is so difficult, I don't know what's going on, no, then you might get stuck. Instead, go and dance, enjoy yourself, get out of that state, whatever, jump up and down, and then read the book, then focus on it, and then your openness, your awareness is going to be different because your focus lies somewhere else. So see, what do you like? Again, what do you enjoy the most? And then you can see because then you're going to be more passionate than anybody else. Because that's what you bring. That there's a reason why you're so passionate about it and why you should be helping people and teach people with that.
That's very strong. I remember, I think you know him, Jerry McKinney, the master trainer of Tony Robbins.
Yes.
Amazing human being.
Yes.
Probably one of the best world coaching on relationships.
Yes.
For you guys that you saw the I'm Not Your Guru on Netflix.
Yes.
When Tony's trying to find a coach to Donna Karen, and he's saying, pick Jerry to go coach Donna Karen. Jerry is the passion. Jerry is 71 years, and he can be here with us at home, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. And he's still going. Like, no, I'm here to serving the people. He don't complain. I never saw him speaking badly about anyone. And he always focused on bringing joy and happiness. And the number one rule of him is like, if you are not getting fun, you are not doing well yet.
Yes. The more fun you're having, the more sustainable. And I personally believe that humor is the only thing that keeps us sane. There is a reason why people in all these war movies, you know how they have their little radio and they play music? You know? It's exactly this thing. It's like, it's like it's a release. Breathe. Remember to breathe. Clear your organs, clear your mind, open your heart, open your soul. Then is when you can access your higher power, your higher purpose, and more knowledge and all the things you should be doing. It's true. If you're not having fun, it's not sustainable because you're constantly pushing and trying and doing it, and it's not sustainable, especially not through these tough times. And that is how people thrive than just survive, because surviving comes from a lack mentality and people are focusing on what's not working. Instead, ask yourself, instead of, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, what can I do? You're healthy, you can breathe, you can see, you can listen to this if you're on here, you have a Wi-Fi connection, hopefully you're safe at a home where it's warm, you have food. Express so much gratitude for that. People around you, connect your heart inwards. You can put your own hand on your heart, or even if not, doesn't matter. What else do you have? What else can you do? What can you do?
That's why we work on neurostrategy. When I take my course, my master on neurostrategy,
yes,
and they were explaining how synapses and neurons they connect. So there is a point, and this is not working. This connection, easy, be different. Yeah. Go for another route. You don't need to go by always the same route, because at this point, with the uncertainty in the people, is the number one need at this point all around the world. What do people prefer? They prefer go by what is more safe. And maybe sometimes the more safe is not what is bringing the more results. So what do you advise as a coach to all the people that at this point they are so scared, they need all the safety, all the credibility, all the security in the world?
I would definitely recommend to change your definition of safe. What is really safe for you? You are the only thing that you can control. So you should invest in yourself, because you always get 100% return, because you have a free choice and will to do with that knowledge and that opportunity and take the action to get the results.
That's amazing. Go
And
ahead, go ahead.
And something else is also thinking about a bigger purpose. So if you can't do it for yourself, think about all the gifts that you're currently denying this world, all the things that you know, all the people that you should be serving. If you're not, like, that's the other thing. It's like, it's not about the money. It's like, the more money you're making, the more people you're serving. If you're not making enough money, it doesn't matter about the money, but you're not helping enough people. All the people that you're not helping right now are waiting for you to step up, to show up for them. And ultimately, collectively, we are stronger together, because that is going to create a very strong field of energy that is going to radiate out and attract more people and inspire more people to also step up and move forward. And I have this here to remind me here too. Step up. Always.
Step up.
Step up.
Step up. Step
yes,
up.
now
Step up.
is the time.
So how many quotes do you have spread by your room?
Calls.
Quotes, like
Quotes.
step up.
Oh, I have a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 10.
10.
But you
what
know,
is
it's
the
like,
number one quote at this point for you?
that's the thing. It's like a medicine. You take what you need. I have sometimes when I don't have, and this is to answer your question as well right now, for this specific moment, is I trust and I surrender.
Trust and surrender.
I trust, I surrender. I trust, I surrender. And then the other thing that you can do, if you don't know what to do, and maybe you don't believe in God, maybe you believe in the universe, but give it up. You don't have to know everything. Use me, God. Guide me.
I like that one. Guide me.
Just guide
Very
me.
good.
Let yourself be guided and trust. And just do the path of least resistance, whatever feels good in the moment. Earlier on, I was sitting here and I was gonna work and I was gonna do something, and my emails and blah blah blah, and I was finishing off a YouTube, and I was like really gonna do this there, and my soul was telling me go outside. So I went outside, and I just had to be outside, and that was exactly what I needed in that moment. In the garden, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere, but in the garden in the garden, outside, and really focus on being there present. And that's exactly what my soul needed. And I had so many realizations that I would have not had if I would have been focused. Sometimes I will have an idea and I'm hyper focused and I didn't expect. I went out for dinner a while ago, obviously before Corona, and then I came back home and it was already 8 p.m. But I had so much good information that I knew I just had to sit down and do it right there and then. And it was the most productive 3 hours from 2000, so 8 to 11 p.m. was the most productive 3 hours. And then I went to sleep and it was amazing.
Wow. Very good on that. That's inspiring. Tell me one thing. You worked with Tony for a couple of years ago already. What was the most impacting experience, inspirational experience that you have in these last years walking next to Tony? Because I believe you and Constanza, you are the number one, at least, Flight Spontaneous, the group that is very near to Tony. They have more pictures than anyone else. With Tony, at least.
We should get an award for that.
I'm catching up in a couple of pictures with you and Tony at the same time. Tony's always joking with that, like, look, you ladies.
So funny. Oh my God. We should get an award for that, honestly. No, but I think the most impactful thing, and that's when I came to the first event, and this is for many people, when you think that things can't be changed, you won't even try. But just knowing that everything you want to change, your perception, things you can control, is you're able to change. And just that, again, that openness and having the clarity on realizing and taking responsibility, 100% responsibility for who you are, for the way your life is right now, and that if you want things to change, you can change. I was shy. I was introverted. I was not happy. I was in a job I didn't enjoy. I didn't even have a window in my office back then. I was in a very challenging relationship, like I mentioned, and I didn't feel good. And I had everything on paper that you could imagine. But knowing that I was able to start my business and not have to wait for years and years and struggle, but actually realize now, even when it's the hardest thing to do, that's exactly when you feel it's right that you should do it, even if it's hard.
You did hear something that I felt that is really, really powerful for a business person and even for any professional, that most of the people don't work it out. And you told me, Ricardo, it's very important you share your personal story with the people. And you need to have at least authenticity and confidence. What else do you believe or how do you believe that we need to work it out in our own story, personal story, to the world, to the people, and even to yourself? What is crucial to you have a very good story?
Is that you don't judge yourself. Never judge yourself, because it shaped who you are. And know that everybody deserves a second chance. Everybody can focus on change. And whatever you've been through is a gift that you get to help people with. Every single hardship you've overcome has shaped you and has built muscle that people are counting on you right now to help them too.
That's amazing. In this season, there is a lot of people, they don't believe that there is a gift on this season, that they are stuck, like we talked at the beginning. How will be Jasmin when this finish? So when Corona left, when we all be outside of our houses, how do you think the world will be and how Jasmin will be?
So I really think this has shaped us all to push a reset button on the entire world, and we get to choose again. And the people, and hopefully the majority of people, and thank you for doing this, Ricardo, and thank you for helping me spread this message. Thank you for showing this to as many people. That's why, again, remember, somebody needs to hear this. Share it right now, because this is something that is a benefit for every single human being on here, is that we can choose again, and you can come in as one person and you can leave as a more happy, more fulfilled, and have more inner peace, because you decide to forgive yourself for the things that you still judge yourself for. Because judgment is literally a thief of joy. Comparison is a thief of joy. Everything. So you choose, and it's your choice to continuously focus on these things even after Corona. And I recommend you write this down, like the sticky notes I have, to consistently remind yourself of that, because it's very easy to go back to old patterns. I would ask myself, who do I really want to be? Or if you want to achieve something that you do not have, who do I need to become in order to achieve? What needs to happen for me to do this? Action plan. Then also, what do I need to believe in? Because if you don't have the right belief, you are not going to believe in your potential, and you're not going to take as much action as you could potentially. And it doesn't matter. It's not about failing. It's not about winning. At least you tried. And this is the most important thing. You're not expected to always get something the first time. It didn't work out for me. It wasn't always the best like that, you know. I had tough times. I had to rent out my flat in London. I had to get resourceful. And it wasn't a big thing, you know. I was in a situation where I didn't think I would be getting out. I thought, should I give up? And this is a quote from Jay-Z. He says, the crazy thing we did is not give up. That is literally what he says. And it is true. You stick around. It's like 4 years. Yes, I'm still here and I'm still doing it. And we're growing. And I just hired another person on my team yesterday, because we need even more calls, because we're fully booked the consistent time. So that is the importance, to consistently focus on what you want to do, take responsibility, and ride this wave. Because like I said, when you keep on resisting it, and things are happening right now, okay, fine. But now what are you going to use it? Use your emotions for good and use it to fuel. Sadness is not a bad thing. It is beautiful. It is part of us. We're feeling, we're human. Embrace it, love it. Then you can maybe start feeling so much love and compassion for yourself, and then you move outwards. It's like riding a wave. It really is that. And for me personally, I will really not take any time for granted, which I don't do anyways, because again, my dad passed away when I was very young. So I know that, you know, we live now, and now is the time to live. This is life. This is not like a rehearsal. This is life. This is the real thing. This is real deal. And sometimes we think, yes, ride the wave. So that's the thing. It's like, you don't understand sometimes. And I'm not saying it's you, it's me too. Sometimes I forget and I say, oh, you know, But if you have an impulse about it, go for it. Or if you feel like not doing it, don't do it, right? Like, you can choose, and whatever you do is the right thing for you in that moment, and you always did the best thing you could. So it's a balance of going for it, but also giving yourself compassion and making sure you recharge your body. I'll definitely take more time for me, because I was doing things like rollerblading or spending time with my mom and my grandma and spending time sitting in the garden reading. These are things that I wouldn't do usually. And I was thinking, that is actually so bad. How is I not making time for this? And it really gave me that, like, I should make time for this because I want to, you know, I want to make time for it. And being busy is not an excuse. Beyonce has the same hours a day that we do, so we can also make it happen.
True. Tony has the same time as us. Beyonce
Yeah.
has the same time as us. Oprah has the same time as us. As the homeless outside in the street. It's not the time making difference. We make the difference. Even if you are in a very dark side, very, very dark place in your life at this point, the journey is much more than that. Sometimes life has different ways and special ways to show you what is the gift. Jasmin, we are reaching to the end. We have 8 minutes and a half. I'm going to tell everyone that if you want to make a question, even in Facebook or Instagram, now is a good time to make a question to Jasmin. And I will ask you 1 or 2 more questions because we are reaching to the end. And by the way, it was very kind of you, because I know that it's very late in Germany at this point. It's almost 11:30. You are a superstar. Thank you so much to bring this. Also, I totally believe that these lives, this is 19, tomorrow we're going to make the 20. Maybe in 1 year, 2 years, there is people that will learn on what we are learning at this point. Life will never be the same again. This winter season, on my beliefs, they are just starting, and we need to be prepared to be different but be better. If not, we're gonna keep fighting. How do you say? I forgot the word in English.
Yes.
The enemy that you don't see but is everywhere.
Yes.
So let's see what is the questions here. Do you ever feel luck? Janice is asking you if you ever feel luck, or what you need to change it. If you don't feel luck, how do you change it?
You start with gratitude. Focus. I think she meant happy or lucky, or I think it's important to think about what you already have, and then you start seeing more things that you already have, and then you start seeing the things, because it's like you can't control the things that you don't have yet, but the closest feeling to get to that point is already seeing what's already available to you right now in this moment and being aware of that.
That's
and
amazing.
Here's another
Let's
one.
try to write what you said to her to make sure we have a cute conversation. Janice is saying, thank you for breaking the walls of the excuses I have and making me feel unstoppable. That's it, Janice. Very good, very good. Yes, amazing. Someone from Instagram, if you want to make the question, now is the moment to make the question.
I think there was one. Jasmin, what are your morning rituals? That's a great question. I just filmed a YouTube. So if you guys want to find me on YouTube, I'm filming a lot of videos. I did one how to use coronavirus to grow. I did one how to handle sales objection on coronavirus. I'm doing a lot of YouTube videos because of this coronavirus as an inspiration. And my morning routine, or your morning rituals. My first one is, like I said, gratitude. Just the fact that I can open my eyes this morning and wake up. I just immediately feel so much joy that we've been gifted another thing. And a quote from Pitbull. I love Pitbull. Every day above ground is a great day. And this is a lyrics that we've all have heard before in one of his most known songs. You just need to read between the lines and really realize that everybody around you wants the best for you. Either they're teachers, their lessons, or they give. So definitely focusing on gratitude. Then I have my affirmations. I will shout my affirmations in the shower, and I will get excited. If I feel tired, I'm gonna listen to music in the morning. I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna listen to some music. I've got some music that I like. That you listen to whatever you like. I think that's important. Really, music is a huge part of my life, as you can tell. And then also moving forward with journaling if I need to. And I think it's important to change it, because then it doesn't feel like a chore. It's not doing the mindset work, it is being the person and reaching this kind of frequency. I also have a journal called the 5-minute journal. I don't know if you can get it or not. I do this. The 5-minute journal. It starts off with 3 things to be grateful for. You can do this by yourself. 3 things to be grateful for, 3 things that would make my day great, and 3 affirmations. And then you set an intention. And I already in my mind, I visualize. That's a very big one. I already imagine my life exactly the way I want it to be. And I don't care the reality right now, because I know that if I can see it in my mind, it is going to happen exactly. And I can tell you guys, every single thing that I imagined is either on its way right now or has already happened. And if it's not happening the way you think it will be even better than that.
That's really, really powerful. I remember when I was thinking, doing the momentum, there was a stage that like 2 months before, and you remember our conversation, no one believed on this, just me. But I didn't care. I pick my notebook, I write every day how I wanted to be it. I want to be the biggest event of ever, with a lot of people, with all my friends around the world, with the good people from the heart in stage. And it's going to be a momentum unique that you're going to be like a stamp to everyone else, and change the mindset in Portugal. And it happened because I didn't doubt.
Yes, and you created a historic moment, you guys. You witnessed a moment in history. This was a historic.
Were there as well.
Yes, thank you for having me. Yes, it was amazing being on stage. You know, obviously the next one, guys, hopefully in Porto soon, but I don't know right now. But make sure you keep in the process, because, you know, Ricardo's going to be back. Hopefully I'm going to be there too. We're going to figure it out. Everybody's excited. Make sure that you're all going to be there, because I can't wait to meet you and see you guys there too.
We are postponing the event because the place where we will do in the event at this point is a hospital. Just preparing the portal. So they're changing. As soon as we have a date, we're going to advise everyone. We are checking what will happen in the next days.
Yes.
Before we close, please go here in the above, click on Jasmin, follow Jasmin. She has 70,000 followers, okay? So for her, one will make the difference. Maybe one day you need something and you write her, and she through her team, and will find some support. If you want to find more about Jasmin, you know already, she have the videos on YouTube. And what else, Jasmin?
Yes, so I have a lot of different things, of course, so feel free to go on my profile, send me a message, let me know you come through Ricardo, and just ask me. I would love to personally get in touch, because I think it's like, it doesn't matter the numbers. It's like, it's just a matter of connecting. One human being, one soul, one person can make the big difference, because we all create a ripple effect. So anything you need, please, I know not all the questions have been answered for lack of time. I would love to be here. Oh, her daughter's name's also Jasmin. Great. Thank you so much, everybody, for your time. We don't take it for granted. We know time is a very valuable resource. So, and thank you, Liliana. She already followed me on YouTube. I already see a few people. Thank you so much. And please do say hi. Even if you don't usually say hi, I'm more than happy to connect with you, and just contribute to whatever you need. And then maybe I have some free resources. I have a lot of free webinars. I have a lot of things free available for you. So please go ahead and ask me for it. I'm grateful to be of service to you.
Oh, we have like less than 1 minute. And as a special guest you are, thank you so much for being here. And I'm gonna leave these 50 seconds, 1 minute for you. Send the message, not to me, not to only these people, but send a message to the world that really can be impactful. I don't know if today, in a year, or in 10 years, but what will be a good message to leave to everyone?
Thank you so much. Thank you, first of all. Thank you so much for having me and creating it. And I do believe that the power of voicing what is on your heart, on your soul, is one of the biggest impacts. We've gone through so many historic events where people have died with the music inside of them. People have thought back and thought, I wish I would have done this earlier. I should have changed my life. So don't let that be you. Allow yourself to dream big. And even just trying is already very, very powerful. Give yourself grace and compassion. Don't forget to have fun and create the memories that you always want to look back. You know, always choices and decisions, These are the things that will craft the best memories for you in your life. These are the things that you will take with you forever and that you are going to cherish. So please make sure you always show up, always